In the past few years that I've been a wellness coach, I noticed that one of the things that people have a really hard time doing is sitting down and meditating. And the thing is, a lot of people will know that meditation is a healing practice, a healing modality for them to better their lives and be less stressed. But for some reason, they have a hard time just picking up the habit. The reason why is because there's a lot of myths to meditation that people believe, things that our society have cultivated within us, being on this go, go, go mindset, but just the idea of like meditation. And maybe you'll see movies or TV shows of meditation and what that may look like, but there's also just this misbelief, misconception of a few of them of like what meditation really is and what it means for them to do it as an individual. And really, it should be accessible for everyone because meditation is something that we can all do within us. It can literally make or break your life circumstances. It can help you be able to get clarity. And so we're going to dive deeper into the myths of meditation. I have a separate video I'm going to make that I will soon link above here, which will discuss all the benefits of meditation. But in this video today, we're just going to dive into those common myths that maybe you might be thinking that could be preventing you from even meditating in the first place. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Candy. I am an overall wellness coach. I am certified in personal training, group fitness instruction. I have a 200-hour meditation teacher certification by a company named Unplug. And yeah, I just love all things wellness. I make content on everything mental, spiritual, and physical wellness. So if that's content that you like, then I highly encourage you to check out my channel, check out all my other content, and subscribe because I got more coming for you. This is only the beginning. And by the way, quick heads up. In this video, you'll see me wearing two separate different kinds of outfits because I had issues with filming. So yeah, I had to re-record some of the videos. But yeah, let's dive right into it. So let's first start out with what is meditation? Let's define it. So what meditation really actually is the practice of cultivating a sense of awareness, which really means bringing yourself to presence, being aware of what's going on around you, what's going on within you, physically and in your mind, being aware of it and just letting it go, just being present, being you, just embodying yourself, just existing. Stillness, having presence and stillness, most of all, awareness. And that is so important because there's a lot of misconceptions about meditation, what it really is. And I have a video on the myths of meditation that it'll be up here somewhere. And you can click it and watch it. And that way you can know, okay, what's all the things that meditation is not, what does it not entail of? Like, what does it not mean for you to do meditation? And then you can just sit with this definition of, okay, meditation just means to be aware of myself, to have this practice of constant awareness. And it's not even just yourself. It could be like, you know, your environment around you too. It'll translate to things around you. So that's the simplest way to explain what meditation is. Getting started with our first myth here, the number one thing that I often would hear people say as a reason as why they don't meditate is because they feel like they do not have time. And the reason that is a myth rather than just like an opinion is because, first of all, if something really does matter enough to you, you will find the time for it to happen, right? And I know that might sort of strike a chord in people a little bit because we might think like, oh my gosh, but I just really don't have time. And trust me, I get it because your girl here is busy. So much obligations I have all the time. This year definitely has been a grind time for me personally too. But, you know, when I think about certain things that I want to do, like even like picking up certain habits, like meditation in general in my life, when I first took it up, I didn't think I had a lot of time to do it. I felt uncomfortable, just the idea sitting down, being in stillness. I thought it was unproductive. And so the thing is, I mean, that's a separate myth too, but the thing is we do have time to meditate and you don't have to sit for 30 minutes to an hour to meditate. And can it benefit you more sitting for that long? Yeah, definitely can. But if you're just starting out meditating and if you do have a really busy life, all you need to do is meditate for at least 5 minutes a day. You know, just starting with that 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. And that can be part of your morning routine. You can do it in the morning right when you wake up, then bam, it's done. Or you can do it at nighttime right before you sleep, which is also perfect because it'll calm you down. You can do it in the middle of the day if you feel like you need something to help you decompress. So there's always time to be able to meditate. You can always find even just 5 minutes of your day to do that. So that's why that's the first myth. That's an excuse a lot of people like to make. I don't have time to do this or that. But if you have time to brush your teeth, you have time to have a lunch break and eat, you can have time to meditate. And you can also meditate as you eat too. And that's a whole separate thing I can talk about in a different video as well. But that's myth number 1. So myth number 2, I like to mention that I also think is a lot of a common excuse from people would be it's just not the right time. I feel like I'm not in the right headspace to meditate. I just feel like, I'm not able to do that right now. And I think that's a big myth that a lot of people put themselves in this headspace to think that they have to be in a good place to meditate, when really meditation, it gets you in that good headspace, if that makes sense, right? It's like, I mean, I've heard some people say this, and I guess it's because it's deeper than just, oh, I'm not in a good headspace. Like, I think it's makes people feel uncomfortable. The idea of, okay, I'm going to be able to be still and feel calm and peace because it's something that they're not used to. So that's just the thing, though. Like, if you really want yourself to feel happier in your life and you want yourself to be less stressed, meditation is going to be the number one thing that you can do literally within your own body to do that. And you don't have to be in some perfect headspace in order to meditate. None of us are perfect. I mean, we're all healing from things to an extent, right? And you don't want to wait until like things even get to rock bottom. And a lot of people are crisis meditators. They'll wait until things get really challenging in their life and they feel like they're stuck and they just don't know any other way out. And then that's when a lot of people would start meditating. Actually, really helpful to meditate if you are in a really good, healthy headspace, because then you cultivate the resistance to those negative situations. And of course, if multiple challenging things happen at once in your life, I mean, that can make it hard, to just be able to be resistant overall to those things. But meditation will help you be able to keep yourself at bay, and it does help your resistance to those things more than not doing it at all. So that's the myth. That's the other myth there, that you need to be in a good headspace. That is not true at all. But it can absolutely help to meditate when you are in a good headspace, and then cultivate that routine. So then that way, when you really do need it, then you'll be able to have this practice with you, and you can feel less stressed with the things going on in your life. So myth number 3 of meditation, which probably actually should probably be myth number 1, to be honest, because it's very common for a lot of people, is the idea that your mind has to stop thinking completely in order to meditate properly. And that is furthest from the truth, and I strongly want to stress and urge that your mind does not need to stop thinking in order for you to meditate properly, okay? In order for you to get the effects of meditation, your mind does not need to stop thinking. And the reason I say this is because our minds are meant to think. That's what it does. Our brain has a natural, logical response to it, right? We process things through our mind, right? And so your mind's going to think no matter what. And that's something that you have to embrace and learn to understand about yourself and learn to understand your thoughts. And so with meditation, the whole goal of creating this sense of stillness and awareness within yourself, it will start first from within yourself, within your thoughts. And that doesn't mean that you have to sit with your thoughts and ruminate and everything, especially if you have a lot of thoughts that you feel like are actually negative. But what will happen with meditation is that with your thoughts just coming in, let them flow in. You just notice what's going on. You'll notice the thought, and then you'll let it go. And you can easily imagine like clouds in the wind blowing by. And you notice a cloud in the sky and it just floats away. And you're like, okay, it's going by. It's just like that with your thoughts. And that's the whole point of meditation, right? It's to create this sense of awareness. So once you get aware to thought and when you let it go, you just over time build this sense of resistance, to the thoughts. And over time, you won't really be having that many thoughts that you'll have to bring awareness to. It'll just become natural to you. As soon as you have a thought, you let it go, and then you go back to the focus of your meditation. So that's the thing. I think that, once we as a community, we as a group of just like humans, acknowledging that we have thoughts, I think once we can do that, and then it doesn't seem so bad, it doesn't seem so scary, like, okay, I have thoughts, I have to stop thinking. And then you can create a relationship with meditation where you don't see it as a chore where you have to stop yourself from thinking so much, otherwise you're doing it wrong, right? It's not about that. You just notice, let it go, and then you'll notice yourself just becoming lighter just by giving yourself that grace to think and notice. So I hope that helps you, since that is the number one thing I hear a lot from people, is that they're constantly always thinking, and that they feel like, oh, I'm not going to be meditating right unless I stop thinking. So hopefully this helps you feel encouraged to start meditating, knowing that your thoughts shouldn't be deterring you. Okay, because even the most experienced meditators will be thinking still. They're still human. They still have brains, so they still will think. Myth number 4 of meditation that keeps people from meditating sometimes is actually that some people think you have to be religious or spiritual in order to meditate. That it's only meant for people who are religious and spiritual. And that's a myth because of the fact that meditation at its core, being the state of awareness that you build within yourself, you don't have to be a certain kind of person to do that. At the most logical level, if you're secular and you don't believe in anything, meditation will help you in the most scientific, logical way. Just acknowledging what it can do within you, within your nervous system. And like I said, I'm going to link a video that describes and talks about the benefits of meditation. But just knowing that you don't have to be spiritual or religious, and it can amplify your meditation experience. It definitely can get you more in touch with your beliefs and your spiritual system. But it isn't required in order to meditate. All right. All you need is you and your breath. And so I hope that helps debunk that myth for those of you who think you have to be spiritual or religious, and hope it sheds away this sense of like fear or negative resistance that you could have toward meditation. Whether you're spiritual or religious or not, we all breathe, right? We're all human and we all use the oxygen around us. So with meditation, if it's bringing awareness to your breath, you don't have to be or believe in anything. You don't have to be or believe in anything. Okay. Myth number 5 is that a lot of people think that there's a right and wrong way to meditate. And so I think that creates hesitance within people because they think like, oh, if I mess it up, then it's just not going to be worth it. It just feels like extra like work and stress for them. But really, like, there's no right or wrong way to meditate as long as you're breathing. Now, like, that's the whole point, is just at its simplest, meditation is breathing and noticing your breath. All right. And then if you can make it deeper or try other breath work techniques to add into that too, then that's awesome. And then you get even more benefits. But as long as you're breathing, you're doing it right. As long as you notice your thoughts and then you bring it back to, okay, let me focus on the breath or whatever other focus of the meditation, then you are good. All right. It's not as hard as a lot of people think it is. So the next myth here is going to be, a lot of people think that you have to sit completely still. And that's also, honestly, I could put that more in like my top tier of like myths, because I think that's what keeps people from feeling like, oh, it's just too uncomfortable to meditate. They think they have to sit in like, I don't know if you can see my legs, but sit in like the regular like prayer position with their hands on the Om Mudra, and it's not what you have to do. You don't have to do that. This is an ancient practice that existed years ago, and there's certain techniques and physical positions that can help to amplify your meditation. But literally, at its simplest, like, you can sit in a chair with your feet on the floor, like literally. Get grounded with your feet on the floor. Have that be part of the meditation. You can lie down if you need to lie down, maybe you'll fall asleep, but that means you'll be really relaxed, right? So if you need to move or itch or do whatever during a meditation with your body, then that is 1000% okay. Like, that is a-okay, because our bodies are just meant to move, and things happen, so that's something I think that can help you ease your mind when it comes to doing meditation. So let any other people know that have that mindset too. And actually, let me know in the comments if that's something that has kept you from wanting to meditate. Okay, so myth number 7, final myth that I want to go over about meditation and as to why some people don't meditate. It would be because some people think that you have to reach some kind of spiritual enlightenment with meditation. And that's furthest from the truth, because when it comes to meditation, like, what it really is at its core is to help you be more relaxed and peaceful and de-stress your mind. It's meant to be this healthy tool that you can use within yourself to really just allow yourself to calm down. And whether or not having a sense of stillness and awareness and all of that can mean enlightenment to one person, it doesn't have to mean that that's the goal. Enlightenment can be amazing if you can get that from your meditation. That's great, but you really would just obtain that from the constant practice and repetition of it. You definitely would have to do it for long periods of time and make it your lifestyle. Like, do it every single morning, at least for 30 minutes, maybe every night also for like 15-30 minutes. But you can reach enlightenment, but it's not the goal. Meditation really is just to help you feel calmer. It's meant to be part of your wellness toolbox, your mental health toolbox. So hopefully that helps you feel less discouraged to meditate, or if there's anyone else that could use this information, definitely tell them that. You don't have to have enlightenment be the goal. It doesn't have to feel like work to you. So hopefully this helps to know. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this video, and just want to say, if this video in any kind of way resonated with you, and any of these myths were a reason why maybe in the past you didn't meditate, or maybe right now it's the reason why you don't meditate as much, please share below in the comments, because I would like to know, if this is something that, like, it can reach multiple people, and it can help us feel like, okay, we're not just alone on this journey. Like, we all sort of struggle with this. And for me too, like, I started out meditating and I was like, okay, I'm just sitting still and feel like I'm being unproductive. Like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. It was all these things. And this is my cat, Rocky. He likes to meditate with me too at times. Right, buddy? But yeah, if there's any other myths that maybe you feel like I missed, or if there's another reason that why you've been avoiding meditating, please share below in the comments too. I would like to know your experience. And yeah, like I was saying, you never know who you might relate to, who you can help not feel alone on this journey. I really do hope that this helped you guys get like a more clear view on what meditation really is and what it's about. And I'll go over actually the benefits of meditation as like a continuation of this, to connect to this video. I'm going to make a whole video on that. So you'll get to actually really know all the science about it, what it does within your body and your mind that can really actually truly help you. It's not just some pseudoscience that's not proven. At this day and age, there's tons of science that prove how meditation can affect your mind and your body and just do some beautiful things within you. And you do feel happier. You do feel way less stressed about things, especially if you do it very often. Alright guys, so please, if you liked this video and it helped you out in any way, press the like button below, press the subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you can know when I have more videos come out and you can see like more of my wellness content. I just really want to help people, and I want to be able to like grow this channel enough that like someday, this just can be my main thing. I can do like live streams and talk to people, and I just want to help people out here, as much as I can, and make it as accessible as possible. And yeah, you subscribing and commenting if you can help the algorithm just know, like, okay, her videos, they're helpful out here. They're helping people. People like that stuff. So hopefully it resonated with you. Thank you so much, guys. One love. Peace. Mwah. Bye. So if you like this video, I have a special treat for you that I think you'll love. So me and my friend Kelsey, who's a yoga instructor, is collaborating with me to create this 7-week journey where you can learn all the benefits of meditation, yoga, and how to incorporate those techniques to not only create a sense of like peace and balance within yourself, but also be able to manifest the life that you want and deserve. And so manifestation, we manifest all the time, sometimes without even realizing it. Unconsciously, things happen due to our own actions and our thoughts and our beliefs. And so our 7-week journey is meant to help cultivate the sense of awareness over that, take control over that, and also, most importantly, in a group of like-minded individuals. We want to create a community where people just want to help others and help us be the best versions of ourselves and help the world heal together. So if that sounds like you, something that you're interested in, then I encourage you to click that link below in the description box. Take a look at that and all that we got to offer for that. And we hope to see you there.